Hey there, women of God. So this is Dee Bryant here, and I am so honored and glad that you decided to take me up on this offer and learn the 5 action steps that are required in order for you to package, market, and sell your knowledge and expertise, even without compromising your faith in Christ. All right. So I hope you ladies have a pen, a notepad, so that you guys can take some really good notes. And because I'm just going to dive right into the content, I'm not going to waste any time here. All right. So, who this training is for? This training is for Christian women who are coaches, consultants, trainers, teachers, mentors, etc. Okay, any Christian woman who desires to package, market, and sell their knowledge and expertise or wisdom online. Okay, you are in the right place. And if you have a strong desire to help solve real life or business problems for other people, I am going to teach you 5 action steps that you cannot neglect doing if this is the kind of online business that you want, all right? So, in the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk about how to package, market, and sell your knowledge and expertise in order to build a profitable business online. Okay. So, even if you don't have social media followers, even if you don't have an email list, none of that really matters at this point. I am going to teach you exactly how to get started. And so we're also going to talk about how to magnetically attract the right clients to you without having to chase them, to convince them, or be pushy about your offer, okay? And you'll be able to do this whenever you want to. And so we're also going to talk about how to create a premium offer using your skills, your gifts, and abilities that you already possess. So I know a lot of women get kind of tripped up when I talk about expertise, but ladies, if you have overcome an issue in your life, if you have experience of walking through certain seasons in your life, if you are really experienced on how to grit and tunnel through and solve a problem, then technically you are an expert because you have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom in order to help someone else. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to put in action what you already possess. And so then we're going to also talk about how to earn a living doing what comes easy and natural to you. And yes, my sister in Christ, making money is actually a lot easier than you've probably been taught to believe. All right. So here it is. I'm going to give you in this training here, I'm going to give you 5 inner circle secrets that me and my colleagues are talking about all the time in order to advance our businesses. Okay. This is the stuff that we talk about behind closed doors. This is the stuff that you see a lot of successful coaches or mentors whose businesses are rocking. These are the things that they are constantly keeping in check. All right. And constantly putting into rotation so that they can have the kind of business that you see, and that you desire. And the same is it applies to you as well. You're going to have to apply what I'm going to teach you today. All right. But before we get started, I want to give a couple house rules. So, what I'm going to teach you is not for get rich quick. All right. This is not a do nothing and get paid thing either. And if you're not looking to alleviate suffering in some kind of way for someone else, then this is not the training for you, all right? Because this is going to take a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of in-depth studying and optimizing and all of those things. Okay, so you got to put some skin in the game. You've got to get prepared for this kind of business in order to handle it. So you cannot get rich quick off of this. And this is not a do nothing or get paid. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into the content, but I just want to check in to see where you are. Does this sound like you? Do you want to make a living helping other people find real solutions to their problems, but you have no idea just how to get started? Do you secretly desire to make enough money on your own so that you can set your own schedule, spend more time with God, and take care of the needs of your family and your home, all while living out your unique life's purpose? Do you feel frustrated because you know that you could make a huge impact on the lives of others, but you just don't know how to reach them? Or when you try to market your concept, you get little to no response? Do you work at a job that stresses you out and every day you find yourself wishing that somehow you could make a living doing what it is that you really love to do? And have you followed that bad advice of some of these so called gurus and spent tons of money and time building your brand with things like business cards and websites and logos and social media postings and content and all of that other stuff? And you still can't seem to get your target audience buzzing about what it is that you have to offer. And are you currently using your personal bank account to fund your business because it's not making enough money to sustain itself? And are you ready to finally get a clear plan on how to put some legs to your vision without having to gather bits and pieces of information from here and from there and then trying to slap it all together on your own and make it work? And lastly, do you silently wonder how in the world do others in your industry get these massive results in their business while you still feel stuck in neutral? Now, if any of that sounds like you, I've got some really amazing news for you. None of those things that I mentioned are the real problem. I know it might seem like it. I know it is a real experience for you. But my sister in Christ, the real problem is you haven't taken the required steps, okay? And that is what I'm going to teach you today in training, okay? We're going to break down each of those steps in just a little bit. But I want you to know that once you take these steps, you're going to wake up every day excited about the people that you serve and excited to get in front of people who are already looking for your help. You'll never have to feel guilty about charging the kind of prices that you want in exchange for the value of your expertise and knowledge. And you'll have the freedom to actually live out your purpose, spend more time with God and your family, all while earning the kind of income that supports your lifestyle or the one that you desire. You'll never have to worry about how you're going to get clients because you'll have everything that you need in order to generate income whenever you want to. And you'll finally be able to fund your passion project without hoping for donations from other people or trying to convince other people to support your ministries or your causes or your charities that you care so much about, because you'll have the financial means to do it yourself. And you'll live fully self-expressed. This is my favorite because all that God has given you, all of the talents, all of the gifts, experiences, all of the abilities, you'll be able to put them in use and they won't be dormant inside of you like they are right now. All right. So, just for a quick second, I want to introduce myself to you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself just a few seconds before we get into the content so that you can understand who I am and why the heck you should be listening to me. All right. So I am Dee Bryant, and I train Christian women on how to build six-figure service businesses by packaging, marketing, and selling their expertise to those who are already looking for their help without compromising their faith in Christ and without compromising the call of God on their life, okay? And I have over a decade of teaching workshops, seminars, and courses to daughters of Christ about how to experience abundant living, all while honoring God with their gifts and their life's purpose. I'm a three-time entrepreneur. I'm an award-winning 501c3 nonprofit founder. I'm a Sunday school teacher. I'm a wife, and I'm a mom to a son named Gavin and a fur baby named Bishop Tutu. All right, so now let's talk about how these 5 steps were actually discovered. Okay, I've been working with Christian women for some time now, and there is a difference between the ones who get really massive results in their businesses and even their ministries, and then the ones who can barely get themselves out of park. Okay, and so what I did was when I looked at both sets of the population, I neatly defined the 5 major things that I know that the people who are getting really, really explosive reactions to their offers, and their pipeline of clients is always full, and they know how to get a client in to step past their fear and move to their next step with them. And then there's a difference between them and the people who just cannot seem to get it all to come together. They're still thinking that they need a whole lot of followers on social media. They're still trying to make their website look beautiful, or their photo shoots look great, or do SEO and blogging and posting and on all different kinds of social media platforms. And they're still not getting anywhere in their business because they're just too busy working on the wrong stuff. Okay. So, in discovering these 5 steps, I want you ladies to understand that these steps are absolutely required, okay, in order for you to package, market, and sell your knowledge and expertise, and to create a long lasting business without having to chase your clients, okay, without having to convince people to buy from you or to consume your services, all right? And so I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them on this session. So I want you to get your pen and your pad ready because we're about to dive right in. So the very first step is this: operate with integrity and compassion. Now, I know, ladies, you want to learn all of the cool stuff like how to get more clients in, how to replace your income, how are you going to reach the people who need you. And I promise I'm going to teach you all of that stuff, all right? But I have to start here first because there's a lot of Christian women that I know that miss this piece, all right? And so without making this solid commitment up front, you can end up in a whole lot of trouble in your business, all right? And not just in your business, but with God, because the Lord has entrusted you to serve people with what He has deposited in you, all right? So this is very, very important, ladies, okay? And so let me tell you what I mean by operate in integrity and compassion. So operating in integrity and compassion means that you only agree to serve those who you know you can help, all right? It means keeping your promises to the people who come to you with their pain and with their suffering. And it means only offer valuable support that will alleviate their pain and suffering in their life or their business. No fluff, no, gimmicks, no tricks or anything like that. You want to really help transform lives. So then that means you have to offer very valuable packages, programs, and services. Okay. And then you have to be their advocate. That means putting their best interest first, okay? And so when we do the kind of self-work on ourselves, or the self-care rather, that makes sure that our own needs are met emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, then we can be better advocates for other people, because then we'll be pouring out of a cup that is overflowing, all right? Because we've already gotten our needs met. So now it's time to step in and step up and help someone else by being their advocate. That means to put their best interests first, all right? And so then the other part of that is your daily routines. Ladies, if you're going to have a Christian service-based business where you're working with people, you're teaching people, you're leading people, you must have a daily routine that includes prayer, study, and fellowship with God, non-negotiable, okay? And this is the bedrock of your business, all right? These are the pillars that you've got to stand by in order to see success in your business. It's not about just getting a credit card or just getting money. You've really got to walk and operate in integrity and compassion for the people who will be attracted to you. All right. So I've done with that soapbox. So now let's move on to the next step, which is ditch your business plan. Now I know that this might come to us as a surprise to some of you because many of you were educated in grad school or undergrad in business, and this is like business school 101, right? It seems kind of counterintuitive to disregard a business plan if you're first starting out in business, right? And I know that's crazy. But here's what you might not know, that your business plan, right, can very well be the kiss of death for a successful online business. And here is why. Because business plans are almost always wrong, okay? According to the Forbes magazine, most business plans are based on bad assumptions about what the market wants instead of proven methods and ideas. And so, in other words, sometimes business owners put their services out there because they think their audience actually wants it. And then when they put it out there, they only find that it's the exact opposite of everything that their audience wants, okay? But because these business gurus and, this old conventional wisdom that business plans are the first stop to starting your business, this is something that is really, really detrimental to a lot of businesses. So because if you think about this, right? Business plans are way too complex, right? You got executive summary, you've got financial budgeting, you got SWOT analysis and marketing plans to think about. You got sales strategy to plan out. You got legality, you got training and development. You got all of these pieces and parts to put inside of a business plan. It takes way too long to write it. And to be quite honest with you, woman of God, a lot of people are not going to read this business plan, and probably not even you. All right. So am I telling you to just jump out there with no form of direction, or, just jump out there blindly and just go for it and wing it? Absolutely not. But what I am telling you is that there is an easier way to do it when you're just starting out. All right. And you can do this method that I'm going to teach you, whether you have already launched your program or whether you are just getting started, okay? And so if you've already launched your program and you're not getting the results that you want, then you might want to revisit what I'm going to teach you here, all right? So here it is. This is the easier way as opposed to the business plan. Write the vision. All right. So just like in Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2, we want to make our vision very plain and super simple. Okay. I'm all about super simple. All right. So whether you are building a service that you desire to eventually replace your 9 to 5 income, or maybe you just want to create a vibrant community or a space to support a specific cause, or maybe you want to lead people to finding their purpose, or getting over unresolved issues in their minds, or renewing their minds, or losing those last 20 pounds, whatever your thing is, you want to make sure that you're coming out of the gate with a crystal clear written vision, okay? Not that long-winded, complex, misguided business plan, all right? That will probably have to be adjusted once you get feedback from the people that you're actually going to be serving, because they're going to really tell you what they want, all right? So here's what I mean by writing that vision plan. You're going to need to know who it is that you want to serve, what problem you solve, where do they spend their time? Where are they online? What stores do they visit? What books are they reading? Okay. What do they actually want? Okay. What do they want? What are they saying they want? All right. And how do you plan on meeting their needs? And then why are you the right one to help them? That's it. Short, sweet, and concise, okay? Because as you begin to discover more and more about the people that you want to serve, more often than not, the things that you write the first time in your vision is going to be completely different over time, okay? Because you're going to have to keep adjusting it or as you get more and more feedback from your tribe or your clients, okay? So getting this level of clarity will keep you from jumping in way too deep with the service that is most likely not something that people want, okay? And it will help you to be clear and define your value so that you're not just out there saying, "Oh, I do life coaching," or "Oh, I help people live a purpose-driven life." Those are all platitudes and they really mean nothing to the people who are going to be talking or you're going to be talking to, all right? Which leads me into the very next step, all right? And this is the secret weapon, all right? This is the guaranteed secret ingredient for the sauce that will help you to build the most amazing online business of any kind where you are leading or teaching or consulting or advising people, okay? So it doesn't matter whether or not you are offering financial planning packages, whether you are helping people to deal with chronic illnesses, whether you are helping people heal their guts or helping people put their marriages back together, whatever your expertise or knowledge is, you cannot build your business without using this weapon and learning how to use it very well. All right. So are you ready for the secret weapon? Here it is. Dog whistles. That's right. I said dog whistles. Now, am I telling you to go out and physically buy a dog whistle to get your business started? Of course not, right? But what I am is that your communication and your call to those who need your solution should be formatted in a way that only they can hear it, all right? So if you think of what a dog whistle is and how it works, when a person uses a dog whistle, right, it's crafted specifically so that only a dog can hear the sound at that frequency, right? And since no one else can hear that sound when you blow it, no one else is going to pay attention to you. No one else is going to answer the call, right? Only the dog, only the person, or only the animal that you want to bring forth is going to hear that and they're going to come, right? Well, the same principle applies when you're doing marketing, when you're posting, when you're blogging, when you're on the phone with clients or whatever your deal is, right? When you're doing videos, right? You want to speak the words that will easily make them see that whatever it is that you are saying, it is for them, okay? That is how you're going to magnetically attract people to you because it's so easy for them to answer and come to you, right? Make sense? So the dog whistles always creates a buzz, all right? So using dog whistles in your marketing is the most powerful way to connect and attract the people who are eagerly searching for your solution to their problems, all right? So you got to think about it in this respect. You know, we live in a digital age where we are constantly bombarded by messages and notifications and ads and buzzing and billboards and commercials, and they're on our phone and our computers and our watches, and they're everywhere, right? And so attention nowadays is very split second, okay? And so that's why a lot of the conventional marketing that's being taught today just doesn't work, okay? Because it's old and we are in a very fast paced microwave age where we have to use different strategies than we did 5 or 10 years ago, okay, in order to capture the attention of our audience long enough to help them move from where they are to where they want to be, right? Okay, so the dog whistles is not conventional way of marketing, and I'm going to show you the difference here. So I got the conventional versus the dog whistle. So the conventional says that you need to be pushy, all right? But the dog whistles allows you to be inviting. The conventional says that you need to convince people that they need to buy. You need to convince people that they need your life coaching services. But the dog whistles actually allows you to be supporting them as opposed to convincing them. So the conventional says that you need to chase, you need to pursue people, right? But the dog whistle says that it's all about attracting, okay? And so conventional says gimmicks are necessary, whereas dog whistles allows you to be authentic, okay? And people can hear and they can feel when you're being authentic to them, right? That's why dog whistles are so powerful. And then lastly, conventional wisdom says that it's all about brand building. It's all about the facade, how your website looks and, how your ebook cover looks and, how many social media followers that you have. Listen, all of that stuff is good. It's okay, but none of that really, really matters. And I know a lot of women who have fantastically um, beautiful photos and cover photos and websites, and they have no clients. They have no business. That's why dog whistles is all about service building. Your entire business can and should be built around service, not necessarily a brand. All right. All right, so let's see the dog whistles actually in action, okay? So the dog whistles in action, it means that you're going to take all of the stuff that we talk about, their wants, their needs, their interests, their viewpoints, and their goals, and you're going to put it on a platform such as Facebook, where 2 billion people are every day on this platform, okay? And then you're going to drive them to the action that you want them to take in their best interest, whether it is to, I don't know, download your ebook, whether it is to get into your training class that you have coming up, or whether it is to attend your retreat or your conference or your teleconference, whatever your thing is, right? But the point is, this the dog whistles that's going to start the buzz. It's the dog whistles that's going to call them out from the greater population. They're going to hear their situation in your words, and you're going to put it in front of them, right? And then you're going to drive them to the next action, okay? So that is the trick about dog whistles. It's very, very powerful, all right? So let's keep this train moving, because I also have some additional steps for you, 2 more steps rather, that I think are going to they're going to skyrocket your business, okay? So the very 4th step is this: leverage the tool of money, all right? Now, I cannot tell you how many entrepreneurial women come to me because they are stuck working at a job that they hate, right? Or they want to move into their business full time. They want to be their own boss and all of these things, right? But they feel stuck, right? And here's why I put this step in here, because when you learn how to leverage the tool of money, it's going to be so much easier for you to replace your 9-to-5 income. It's going to be so much easier for you to start earning the kind of income that you actually deserve and that you are overqualified to receive, okay? And so I'm going to walk through these 4 parts to this leveraging the tool of money for you, so that you can get a understanding of how, it is so important to use this tool in order to advance your business and set your business up for success for the rest of your life, all right? So here we go. So leveraging the tool of money comes into 4 principles. These are my 4 principles for leveraging the tool of money. This has worked for me, and it has worked tremendously well for my clients, okay? So here it is. Remember that money is a resource, not your source, okay? We're going to get into all of these. And you have to get free from the word free. We're going to talk about this. And you have to give yourself permission to serve and to receive. And then lastly, stop undercharging. Okay. And so I'm going to walk through each of these very, very quickly. But I want you to take some really good notes on this because this is very critical, especially for Christian women. We are so careful to honor the Lord Jesus Christ and not serve money, right? Because we cannot serve two gods. We can either love one God and hate the other one, okay? And so here is where I'm telling you that money is a resource, all right? It is a tool. It is not your objective. It is an apparatus. It is not the focal point. And it is a means, okay? It is not the end, okay? So we do not serve money. We don't love money. We don't idolize money, right? But we use it. We use money in order to support our own lives and to serve more people. Like, how many of you have passion projects and nonprofits on the side, and you volunteer at your church, and you would love to give more to your church? You would love to give more to ministries that you learn from online, or on social media or whatever, right? You have people in your life that could really use some support in their financial means, or whatever it is that God has put a burden on your heart to do. Guess what? Money is a resource in order to do that. Okay? Because at some point you've got to talk about money, whether it's in your ministry or whether it's in your own personal life. Okay? And so that's why we pay attention and we focus that money is a resource. And so into that, right, is get freedom from the word free. Listen, Christians do not have to do everything for free. Write that down. No matter how you slice it, no matter what you set out to do, right? At the end of the day, somewhere in the serving of people, money is going to have to be a part of the conversation. And so that means you cannot afford to do everything for free, right? Now, am I saying that you should do, that you can't do anything for free? Absolutely not. I'm saying that there are certain things that you're doing for free that you need to put a fee on. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you which it is, but I'm going to allow, the Holy Spirit to help you to discern what that is. All right. But I want you to get free from the word free. And apart from that, is that a lot of Christian women that I know and that I talk to, they've not given themselves permission to serve and receive. All right. And so here's what I want you to know: that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you getting compensated for giving value to someone else in exchange for helping them solve their problems, okay? And if you think about it, we do it every single day. When we go to the doctor, we pay the doctors when we're sick. When we need legal advice, we pay lawyers to help us and give us legal support, right? We pay our instructors in college courses. We pay the government, right, for protecting us, and on and on. And even the Apostle Paul was a tent maker, okay? That's how he supported himself. That's how he used, the tool of money the tool of currency, if you will, in order to further his ministry. Okay. And so the same thing is going to apply for you, my sister. Give yourself permission to serve something so valuable that will transform someone's life in exchange for what you need for your life and for you to fulfill your unique life's purpose that requires money. All right. So I want you all to hear that, okay? And it is only right that you get your worth, okay? And so into that is the object of stop undercharging. Stop it, okay? And here's why. Because when you undercharge, you can actually hurt those people who you were called to help. And here's what I mean by this. is that if we actually think about how many times we've paid little or nothing for an object, it's easy for that thing to break. We don't fuss over it if we lose it. It's not a big deal. It's very replaceable. Okay, we could take it or leave it. Okay, but when you have really put something in order to get something valuable out of, you take it seriously. And so that's the same thing with your clients. If you're only charging your clients $47 to spend time with you, then guess what? They may not even show up on the calls. They may not even do the work that you prescribe for them to do. Trust me, I know this story. It's me, okay? This used to be me, right? Okay, so you've got to make sure that you're charging enough for them to pay attention, for them to show up, for them to do the work. Ask questions, take your advice, okay? Because you can't be more vested in their transformation than they actually are themselves, okay? So that is why the amount of money that you charge is crucial. And ladies, if you're doing this business on the side of a 9 to 5 job, and you want to move into your business full time, this is the way to do it. Stop undercharging. Stop doing things for free. Give yourself permission to receive, okay? Because if you have something valuable to offer someone that can help them save their marriage or help them tunnel through with aging parents, or I don't know, help them lose the weight so that they can get off all of this medication that they're on. If you have a gift in order to help people to move to that place in their life, why wouldn't you want them to show up and pay attention and take themselves seriously so that they can get the transformation that they came to you for to begin with? All right. So that is what I wanted to tell you about that. So now, for the last and final step, all right? This is just the bottom line, ladies. Get accountable, okay? Invest in mentoring. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with me, right? I'd be glad to talk to you about it, but it doesn't have to be with me. Okay, but you can avoid a lot of costly mistakes and blunders if you just get accountable. Okay, and so accountability brings two things. Number one, it brings new ideas. Okay, so just by virtue of the fact that you're on this training with me now, you have new ideas in your mind that weren't there before, right? So that's proof that accountability and mentorship is crucial. And so then the other thing that accountability offers is for you to course correct so that you can stay on the right path, so that you can get the kind of tools and support and advice that you need in order to keep moving forward. All right. And I cannot tell you how important accountability is. And so I don't want you to take my word for it, all right? Because I got some stats to back this thing up. So I did some studying, right? And the American Society of Training and Development did a study on accountability, and they found the following statistics, okay? So the probability of completing a goal, if you just have that idea or that goal in mind, is a 10% chance that you're actually going to complete it, right? Then that jumps up to 25% if you've just consciously decided, okay, that this is something that you're going to do. There's a 25% chance that you're actually going to complete it. That's not even half, right? Check this out. If you have someone that you are accountable to, that can hold you committed to the cause, that can keep you accountable to your greatness, there is a 95% chance that you're actually going to complete that goal. Now, these are statistics. This is what the numbers prove. Okay, so I cannot tell you how important being accountable is. It is the most effective component to any kind of goal. All right. So if you're wondering how are other people, out here and having these kind of businesses, these are the steps. Okay. There is no gimmick. There's no trickery in it. This is flat out the 5 steps that you're going to have to do if you want to see massive results in your business in the shortest amount of time. Okay. So here's my point. Don't walk this road alone, okay? And here's why, because you need a champion in your corner, right? There's so much information out there. You can get really twisted up. You can follow really bad strategies. I've seen it all the time. In fact, a lot of women come to me after they've tried some really bad advice of people who did not have the integrity and compassion that I talked about at the very beginning of this training, okay? And so you don't want to be out here alone. It's lonesome enough to be an entrepreneur, but when you're building something in this online space, it can be extremely isolating, okay? And so what you're going to need is real-time connection with someone who can answer your questions, okay? And that can help you when you get stuck. Because anytime you set out to do anything new, there's going to be moments when you get stuck. Life is going to happen, right? I mean, stuff doesn't stop happening around us just because we're setting out on a new business venture, okay? And your mind can easily start playing tricks on you. That negative chatter can take a whole toll on your business. And that's a whole different step in and of itself, okay? But I've given you what you needed to start thinking this through. But if you don't get in touch with the power of accountability, then it's going to be really, really difficult for you to create this kind of business. And so if you think about it, we've used mentors all of our lives. So whether you had to learn how to ride a bike or drive a car or bake a cake, right? Someone had to walk you through the steps, right? Someone had to encourage you when you hit a barrier or to help to keep you focused on that goal. And that's pretty much what mentoring is. So here's how mentorship works, right? You get the tools that you need. So the best structure, the systems, and the methods to use, okay? So when we talk about packaging, marketing, and selling, you need specific tools, okay, in order to make that happen. And your mentor can give that to you. And so then you'll also need guidance, okay? You need that partnership, someone that has your back, someone that can hold you up, someone that can be face to face with you and answer your questions, not standing in line in a group coaching thing where you're standing in line and you're hoping that your number gets pulled so that you can ask a question. No, mentorship means that you have face-to-face connection with someone who can move you forward, all right? So then the other part of mentorship is mindset support, right? They help you to destroy harmful beliefs by keeping you motivated, helping you to remember your greatness, helping you to, see where your mind just might be sabotaging your progress, okay? Because sometimes we can't see, so far out of ourselves. Sometimes we need someone else to be on the outside looking in, okay? And that's what your mentor should do. And then they also help you to stay in action by constantly giving you your best next steps, okay? So you're like, you never not know what you're supposed to be doing. They keep you accountable and they help you to course correct if you get stuck. So do not skip this. Do not take this lightly, ladies. This is very, very important to your business if you're really ready to go all the way in, all right? And so these are the things that you're actually going to need. These are the 5 steps, shifts alone that are enough to build an unshakable business, okay? That will make you feel alive, fulfilled, and like you're an asset to the world. Having that compassion and integrity, writing that clear vision and getting rid of that complex, complicated business plan, all right? Using dog whistles and then driving traffic with it, okay? Which means you're attracting people and not chasing them, okay? Learning how to monetize your value. Stop doing everything for free. Stop undercharging. Give yourself permission to prosper. And then lastly, hiring a mentor, getting that guidance and that personal support that you need. So if your question was, How are people making this happen? This is how they're making it happen, all right? So now, my sister, you have a choice, okay? You can take the information that I've given you, throw it in the trash, forget all about it, put it on the bookshelf, do absolutely nothing with it, and then keep feeling stuck at that job that makes you feel unfulfilled, unappreciated, and pays you only a fraction of what you're worth. You can keep trying to figure out a plan on your own by jumping from coach to coach or free webinar to free webinar, trying to piece together some information to make it all work. Right? You can keep hoping and wishing that somehow the people who are meant to serve, that you are meant to serve, will magically come to your website. Then they'll magically offer to pay you for your services, right? And you can keep spending all of your time and all of your money working on the wrong stuff. Or you can start consistently and magnetically attracting the right kind of clients who will gladly pay you for your work. No chasing, no convincing, and no gimmicks, okay? You can get the full step-by-step marketing, a full blueprint on how to create enough financial means so that you can quit your job, right? You can pay your bills on time. You can give more to ministries and causes that you love, okay? You can draw a line in the sand today and say, you know what? I'm going to step up for myself. I'm going to go all in with this business because I know that I have a message that somebody in the world needs to hear, and it is a part of my destiny. So the choice is up to you. Which one is it that you want to do, okay? And so here's how I can help you. So I've set aside some time in the next 48 hours or so to speak with you personally. I'm all about one-on-one, about how you can apply all of these ideas that I've taught you today in your business, okay? And starting today. And trust me, whatever your biggest challenges are, I've seen it, okay? And I know how to overcome it, all right? And so on this session, what we'll do is that we'll identify what's not working in your business, where you want to be, what your exact next step should be, okay, in order for you to reach that goal. And so the cost of this time with me is 100 absolutely free, 100% absolutely free, all right? And so here is the catch though, okay? Because this is not for everyone, right? So who this is for? You must be interested in offering an online service using your knowledge or expertise that solves a life or business problem for someone else. You must be outstanding at what you do, and you must be coachable, decisive, resourceful, and an action taker. And you must have a heart to represent the goodness of God in the earth and to hold yourself to the highest standards of integrity and honor, okay? And so if that is you, my sister, I want you to take the time and book a free session with me now, okay? So the website is www.womanyouareloved.com/apply. You'll also see the button right at the side of this training here where you can just click that button. It's going to take you to my appointment page. Once you land on that site, you're going to see my calendar. Go ahead, grab a spot that works best for you, okay? And then right after it, I want you to complete a questionnaire just so I can get to know what you're trying to do and help make the most of our time together so that we can get you in action, we can get your next steps all solidified, all right? So womanyouareloved.com/apply. Spaces are limited, ladies, so grab your spot now. My calendar, it fills up really quickly. And so I want everyone who needs this time to talk with me to have an opportunity to do so. So do not wait. womanyouareloved.com/apply. All right. So that is all the training that I have for you today. I want to say this one thing though before I take off, that woman of God, you are a treasure to this world. You have the Spirit of the living God living inside of you. And He desires to love, to reach, to communicate, and to access, to heal, and to restore people through your being here. Okay, so all of the stuff that you've been through, all of the challenges that you've tunneled through, the Lord has preserved you for a time such as this. And the people who need you and who are ready for you and ready for your knowledge and expertise, they are waiting. Okay, and they are looking for you, and they cannot find you because you're still the industry's best kept secret. Okay, nobody knows that you have this magnificent solution to their problems because you're not out there. Now, this is not about building a platform or building a name for yourself, but this is all about serving those people and helping them get the transformation that only you can provide. Because guess what? Only you can do what you can do the way that you can do it. Nobody else can replace your gifts. Nobody else can present the solution the way that you do. Sure, there may be others in the industry right along with you, but you are the only you, and your clients are waiting for you. All right. So take the next step. Get your strategy, get your blueprint, or get on the phone with me and let's pull our heads together to come up with your next steps. All right. Book your time. Click the button, go to my calendar, get your spot, fill out your questionnaire. Let me know a little bit more about you so that when we get on the call, we could just hit that ground running. All right. And we could just talk all about your business. So it's womanyouareloved.com/apply. I'll talk to you ladies soon.